Singapore's journey into the world of commemorative coins began shortly after it became an independent republic. The nation needed its own currency to establish its economic sovereignty. On June 12, 1967, Singapore introduced its first series of circulation coins. These were known as the Marine series because they featured sea animals. While these were for daily use, the government quickly saw an opportunity. It could use special coins to mark important national events. This would foster a sense of national pride. It would also create a new source of revenue and attract international collectors. The idea was simple but powerful: turn currency into a canvas for storytelling. The very first commemorative coin was not far behind. In 1969, Singapore celebrated the 150th anniversary of its founding by Sir Stamford Raffles. This was a massive milestone. To mark the occasion, the Board of Commissioners of Currency Singapore, or BCCS, issued a special coin. This was the legendary $150 gold coin. The decision to strike a coin in gold was a bold statement. It signaled Singapore's ambition and its connection to a long history of trade and prosperity. This single coin set the stage for all future commemorative issues. It established a high standard for design, material, and significance from the very beginning. The design of this inaugural coin was deeply symbolic. The obverse featured the Singapore coat of arms, a symbol of the new nation's identity. The reverse showcased a detailed view of the bustling Singapore harbor. This image represented the country's lifeline as a global port. Minted in .917 fine gold, the coin had a very low mintage of just 2,000 pieces for the proof version. This scarcity immediately made it a prized item for collectors around the world. The coin wasn't just money, it was a piece of art and a historical artifact. It told the story of a small island nation celebrating a major historical event with confidence and style. The responsibility for creating these beautiful pieces fell to the Singapore Mint. While the BCCS and later the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, was the issuing authority, the Singapore Mint was the manufacturer. It handled the entire process, from designing the dies to striking the coins and packaging them for sale. The Mint's expertise ensured that each coin met high-quality standards. This partnership between the issuing authority and the Mint became the backbone of Singapore's numismatic program. It guaranteed that every commemorative coin was not only a legal tender, but also a miniature masterpiece reflecting the nation's progress and pride. The 1970s were a period of rapid industrialization and nation-building for Singapore. The commemorative coin program reflected this energy and optimism. Following the success of the 1969 gold coin, the government continued to issue coins for significant national events. One of the most important issues of the decade was the 1975 coin set. This set marked the 10th anniversary of Singapore's independence. It was a comprehensive collection that included coins in different denominations and metals. It was designed to be accessible to a wide range of collectors, from those with a small budget to serious investors. This strategy helped popularize coin collecting among ordinary Singaporeans. A standout feature of this decade was the introduction of proof sets. The 1975 10th anniversary of independence set was offered in both uncirculated and proof versions. Proof coins are struck using specially polished dies and planchets. This process creates a coin with a mirror-like background and a frosted, detailed design. They are of the highest quality and are produced for collectors, not for circulation. The 1975 proof set was a hit. It showcased the Singapore Mint's growing technical skill. It also established a tradition of issuing annual proof sets of circulation coins, which became a staple for local collectors for many years to come. The choice of metals also expanded during this period. While the focus on gold for high-value commemoratives continued, silver was used more frequently for more affordable collector coins. For example, a $10 silver coin was often issued to mark events like the SEAP Games hosted by Singapore. These silver coins offered a tangible piece of precious metal at a lower price point than gold. This diversification made collecting more inclusive. The designs often featured themes of progress, such as new buildings, infrastructure projects, and sporting events. They were a visual record of a young nation on the move, building its future brick by brick. The Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, was formed in 1971. It eventually took over the role of issuing currency from the BCCS in 1982. Throughout the 1970s, the BCCS continued its work, but the groundwork for MAS's future role was being laid. the issuing authority worked closely with the Singapore Mint to plan the numismatic calendar. They decided which events to commemorate and what the coin specifications would be. The 1970s solidified Singapore's reputation in the numismatic world. The country was seen as a reliable issuer of high-quality coins with meaningful designs and controlled mintages, a formula for long-term collector interest. As Singapore entered the 1980s, its economy was booming and its skyline was transforming. The commemorative coins of this decade celebrated these achievements. They moved from marking historical anniversaries to celebrating contemporary milestones. A major theme was the development of Singapore's world-class infrastructure. For instance, a series of coins was issued to commemorate the opening of the new Singapore Changi Airport in 1981. This was a project of immense national pride. The coins, available in gold, silver and cupro nickel, depicted the airport's iconic control tower. They symbolized Singapore's emergence as a global aviation hub and its connection to the world. This decade also saw the launch of Singapore's first bullion coin program. Bullion coins are struck from precious metals like gold or platinum and are intended primarily for investors. In 1982, the Singapore Mint, on behalf of MAS, began issuing the Singapore Lion Gold bullion coins. These were not tied to a specific event but were produced annually. They featured a powerful image of a walking lion on the reverse and the Singapore coat of arms on the obverse. Available in various weights from 1 ounce down to 1/10 of an ounce, they provided a way for people to invest directly in gold through a trusted government-backed product. The designs of the 1980s continued to evolve. While national symbols remained important, there was a greater focus on specific, tangible achievements. Coins marking the completion of the Mass Rapid Transit, or MRT system, are another prime example. These coins celebrated a project that revolutionized public transport in the city. The artwork on these pieces was often more modern and graphic, reflecting the sleek designs of the new buildings and infrastructure they represented. The Singapore Mint's engraving and minting techniques improved, allowing for more intricate and detailed designs that captured the spirit of a modern, forward-looking metropolis. The collector market for Singapore coins was now well established, both locally and internationally. The controlled mintage numbers for most commemorative issues ensured that they retained their value. Rarity became a key driver of price. Coins from the 1980s, especially the low-mintage gold and silver proofs, are still sought after today. The MAS and the Singapore Mint had created a sustainable ecosystem. They produced coins that were not only beautiful tributes but also sound investments for many collectors. This careful management of supply and demand was crucial to maintaining the long-term health of the numismatic program. The 1990s marked a period of refinement and artistic exploration for Singapore's commemorative coins. The nation had matured, and its coin designs began to reflect a deeper engagement with culture, nature, and artistry. Instead of focusing solely on infrastructure, the themes became more diverse. A notable example is the Chinese Almanac coin series, which began in 1981 but truly flourished in the 1990s. Each year, a new coin was released to celebrate the animal of the Chinese zodiac. These coins were immensely popular, especially in Asia, as they connected with cultural traditions. The designs were often highly artistic, featuring stylized depictions of the zodiac animals. This decade also saw the introduction of new shapes and technologies. The Singapore Mint began experimenting with non-circular coins. Scallop-edged coins, for example, added a unique tactile and visual element. The 1992 $5 circulation coin, the first bimetallic coin for Singapore, was a major innovation for general currency, but it also influenced commemorative designs. These technological advancements showed that the Singapore Mint was not content to rest on its laurels. It was actively pushing the boundaries of coin manufacturing. This commitment to innovation kept the commemorative program fresh and exciting for collectors who were always looking for something new. Another significant development was the use of color on coins. Towards the end of the decade and into the early 2000s, the Singapore Mint began to apply color to parts of a coin's design. This was a major technological leap. It allowed for more vibrant and lifelike representations of subjects like flowers, birds, and cultural festivals. The Orchid series, for example, featured beautifully colorized depictions of Singapore's national flower. This technique added a new dimension to coin collecting. It transformed the coins from simple metallic discs into miniature, multi-hued canvases that appealed to a broader audience beyond traditional numismatists. The role of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, as the sole issuing authority was now firmly cemented. MAS oversaw the entire process, ensuring that every coin met its strict standards for quality and legal tender status. They carefully planned the release schedule, balancing the need to mark important events with the risk of oversaturating the market. The 1990s demonstrated a sophisticated and mature approach to numismatics. The focus on artistic design, cultural relevance and technological innovation ensured that Singapore's coins remained highly desirable and respected in the global collector community, continuing the legacy started decades earlier. The arrival of the 21st century brought with it a wave of technological advancements that quickly found their way into Singapore's commemorative coins. The Singapore Mint embraced cutting-edge techniques to create coins that were more secure, intricate, and visually stunning than ever before. One of the most significant innovations was the incorporation of latent images. This security feature, similar to a hologram, reveals a different image when the coin is tilted at an angle. For example, a coin might show the year 2005 from one angle and the MAS logo from another. This made the coins much harder to counterfeit and added a fascinating interactive element for collectors. Alongside technological innovation, the themes of the 2000s continued to blend tradition with modernity. A key series from this era was the Singapore Festivals series. These coins celebrated the multicultural fabric of the nation by depicting major festivals like Chinese New Year, Hari Raya Puasa, Deepavali, and Christmas. Often featuring vibrant color application, these coins were educational and inclusive. They served as a reminder of the country's harmonious diversity. This focus on cultural heritage resonated deeply with both local and international collectors, as it offered a window into the soul of Singaporean society. The metals used in commemorative coins also continued to diversify. While gold and silver remained the premium choices, the mint experimented with other materials and finishes. Platinum coins were issued for very special occasions, offering an ultra-premium product for high-end collectors. The mint also perfected techniques like selective gold plating, where parts of a silver coin are highlighted with a thin layer of gold. This created a beautiful two-tone effect without the high cost of a solid gold coin. These options provided collectors with a wider range of price points and aesthetic choices, making the hobby more accessible. During this period, the Singapore Mint also expanded its role beyond just manufacturing. It became the primary retailer and distributor for MAS-issued coins. It operated retail shops and an online store, making it easy for the public to purchase new issues. The Mint also played a crucial educational role, organizing exhibitions and publishing catalogs. This direct-to-consumer approach helped build a strong community of collectors. It ensured that information about new releases was readily available, fostering excitement and anticipation for each new coin. The Mint became the public face of Singapore's numismatic world. The 2010s were, honestly, a decade of significant anniversaries for Singapore, and the nation's commemorative coins really rose to the occasion. The most prominent event, of course, was SG50, the celebration of Singapore's 50th year of independence in 2015. To honor this historic milestone, MAS issued a comprehensive set of commemorative coins. The series included a $50 gold coin, a $10 silver coin, and a $2 Cupro nickel coin. The designs were deeply symbolic, with the $50 coin featuring a poignant image of the late founding Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew, along with the declaration Majulah Singapura, which means Onward Singapore. This release was, met with overwhelming public demand. The SG50 coins showcased the latest in minting technology. The $10 silver-proof coin was actually shaped like the map of Singapore, a first for a Singapore coin. This unique shape required incredible precision in manufacturing and was an instant hit with collectors. The coins also featured advanced security elements, including a latent image on the $2 coin that showed the year 1965 changing to 2015 when tilted. These features not only celebrated the nation's past, but also demonstrated its technological prowess. The SG50 coin set was more than just a commemorative issue. It was a national event that, really, brought Singaporeans together in a shared moment of pride. Beyond SG50, the decade saw a continuation of popular coin series. The Chinese Almanac series remained a bestseller, with each year's animal rendered in increasingly sophisticated and artistic designs. The Singapore Mint also launched new series, such as the Native Orchids of Singapore series, which featured exquisitely colorized coins showcasing the country's rich biodiversity. These coins appealed to collectors with interests in nature and botany. The use of high-relief striking, where the design is raised significantly from the coin's surface, also became more common, giving the coins a three-dimensional sculptural quality that was highly prized. The role of the Singapore Mint as a one-stop shop for numismatics was fully realized in the 2010s. It managed the entire life cycle of a commemorative coin, from pre-launch marketing and order collection to allocation, sales, and aftermarket services. For highly anticipated releases like the SG50 coins, the Mint implemented a balloting system to ensure fair distribution due to the massive demand. This proactive management helped maintain an orderly market. It also cemented the Mint's reputation as a trusted and efficient organization dedicated to serving the collector community and preserving Singapore's numismatic legacy. In 2023, Singapore prepared to mark a deeply personal and significant milestone, the 100th birth anniversary of its founding Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. To honor his monumental contributions, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, announced the issuance of the LKY 100 coin. This was a special $10 coin minted in aluminum bronze. The decision to issue this coin was, honestly, met with widespread public support. It was seen as a fitting tribute to the man who guided Singapore from a developing nation to a first-world country. The coin was intended not just for collectors, but for every Singaporean household as a keepsake. The design of the LKY 100 coin was simple yet powerful. The obverse featured the Singapore coat of arms, which is standard for legal tender. The reverse, though, was the main focus. It showed a portrait of a young Lee Kuan Yew, looking forward with determination. Beside him were the Marina Barrage and the Raffles Place Financial District skyline, symbolizing his vision of a thriving, resilient, and forward-looking Singapore. The coin was designed by local artist Wang Ziyan. Its gold-like color gave it a dignified appearance which was really suitable for the occasion. It was made available at face value, ensuring that every citizen could own a piece of this tribute. A notable aspect of the LKY 100 issue was the immense public response, and a minor controversy surrounding a similar medallion. The official LKY 100 coin was issued by MAS and was legal tender. However, the Singapore Mint, as a private company, also produced its own series of non-legal tender gold, silver, and base metal medallions to commemorate the event. This caused some confusion among the public, with some people mistakenly thinking the Mint's medallions were the official coin. MAS had to issue a clarification to distinguish between the official $10 coin and the Mint's privately issued medallions, highlighting the importance of the issuing authority. The distribution of the LKY 100 coin was a massive logistical undertaking. Over 4 million coins were minted to meet the expected demand. Singaporean citizens and permanent residents could apply online for up to 5 coins each. The collection was then handled through major local banks. The process was smooth and well-organized, reflecting the efficiency that Mr. Lee himself championed. The LKY 100 coin stands as a special issue in Singapore's numismatic history. It transcended its role as a collector's item to become a symbol of national gratitude and a tangible connection to the legacy of a truly remarkable leader. For any collector of Singapore coins, understanding what drives value is, honestly, essential. The price of a commemorative coin in the secondary market is determined by several key factors. The most important is mintage, which is the total number of coins produced. Coins with a very low mintage, like the 1969 $150 gold-proof coin, only 2,000 pieces, are naturally rare and command very high prices. The metal content is another major factor. Coins made of gold or platinum have an intrinsic value based on the current market price of the metal. This provides a price floor, meaning the coin will always be worth at least its weight in precious metal. Condition and packaging also play a crucial role. Collectors prize coins that are in perfect, pristine condition, graded as proof or brilliant uncirculated. A coin that is scratched, tarnished, or shows signs of handling will be worth significantly less. The original packaging, including the box and the certificate of authenticity, often called the COA, is also vital. A complete set with all its original components is far more desirable than just a loose coin. Demand for a particular theme can also influence price. For example, coins from the Chinese almanac series are always in high demand, especially in years corresponding to popular zodiac animals like the dragon or the tiger. Unfortunately, where there is value, there are often fakes. The high prices of rare Singapore coins have attracted counterfeiters. Fake coins are often made from cheaper base metals and may be plated with a thin layer of gold or silver. These replicas can sometimes be very convincing to the untrained eye. Telltale signs of a fake include a lack of fine detail in the design, an incorrect weight or diameter, and a soapy or blurry appearance. The security features on modern coins, like latent images and microtext, are very difficult for counterfeiters to replicate accurately, which provides an added layer of protection for collectors. To avoid buying fakes, collectors should follow some simple precautions. Always buy from reputable sources. This includes the Singapore Mint itself, established coin dealers, or trusted online auction platforms. Be wary of deals that seem too good to be true. A rare gold coin offered at a fraction of its market value is honestly a major red flag. When buying an expensive coin, consider getting it professionally authenticated and graded by a third-party grading service. These services encase the coin in a secure, tamper-proof holder with a label that guarantees its authenticity and condition, providing peace of mind for your investment. For anyone inspired to explore the rich history of Singapore's commemorative coins, finding a comprehensive list is the perfect next step. A complete catalog is an invaluable tool for both new and experienced collectors. It provides essential information such as mintage figures, metal composition, diameters, weights, and original issue prices. Having this data at your fingertips really helps you identify coins, understand their rarity, and make informed decisions when purchasing. It allows you to appreciate the full scope of Singapore's numismatic journey, from the first gold coin of 1969 to the very latest issues. The best place to start your search is the official source, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS. The MAS website has a dedicated section for currency and commemorative coins. Here you can often find press releases and detailed information about recent and upcoming coin issues. More importantly, MAS publishes a comprehensive list of all coins ever issued by Singapore. This official catalog is the definitive resource. It is usually available as a downloadable document, providing a complete and authoritative record of the nation's numismatic history straight from the issuing authority itself. Another excellent resource is the Singapore Mint. As the manufacturer and primary retailer of these coins, the Mint's website is a treasure trove of information. While it focuses more on coins that are currently available for sale, its archives and past product listings can be very helpful. The Mint also publishes its own catalogs and brochures for major coin series. These publications often contain beautiful photos and detailed stories behind the coin designs, offering a more narrative and visually engaging perspective than just a simple data list. Following the Singapore Mint on social media is also a great way to stay updated on new releases. Finally, the collector community itself is a wonderful source of knowledge. Online forums, numismatic societies, and collector-run websites often feature detailed checklists and discussions about Singapore coins. Books like the Standard Catalog of World Coins provide extensive listings and market values, though they may not be as up to the minute as online resources. By combining the official list from MAS, the product details from the Singapore Mint, and the shared knowledge of the collector community, you can piece together a complete and fascinating picture of Singapore's commemorative coins, a journey through history, art, and national pride, one coin at a time.